Hi, my name is Shania McDonald and I graduated from a Bachelor of Honours in Early Childhood Education this year 2020. I'm currently working as an early years practitioner in a creche in Montessori. I got full employment in August and I actually had my first year placement in this service, so it made it easier to get employment from it. I decided to study in DKIT firstly because it was close to home, and then when I went to the open day in my last year of school, I was talking to the girls at the stand and they told me that there was work placement every year, so 4 work placements, and that kind of stood out to me because I was thinking I love children but I don't know which area I want to go into, but if I had 4 work experiences in different areas I'd know by the end of it what area I'd like to go into for full-time work. So that kind of done it for me. I was like, yeah, that's the course for me. One of my best memories in DKIT probably would be on my first day. I went into for the induction and there was loads of people in the room, so I just kind of sat on my own because I didn't really know anyone, and a girl was sat beside me and was like, hi, what are you studying? And I said early childhood studies, and she was like, me too. And from then on we became really good friends and it just made my first day so much easier, and it was, yeah, it's just great. We're still friends now, and so that's definitely a great memory for me. As well as that, in fourth year we did a parent toddler group. There was about 22, 23 girls in my class and we all got on very well, but in fourth year we all just became so close, because obviously the parent toddler group is stressful, but it's great, but it's stressful. And we all had each other to lean on to help each other, and seeing how close we got in that year is definitely one of my best memories. The Early Childhood Studies course has a perfect balance in the way to teach the students. You obviously have your lectures where you're sitting and reading notes and like watching videos and stuff, but as well as that you have your group discussions, group debates, which kind of breaks up the class. And then we also had modules like art, music, storytelling and drama, physical activity, and they didn't feel like you were learning, it just was fun. So it made it a lot easier. It kind of broke up each semester, having a real fun lecture like that. As well as that, the lecturers are just fantastic on this course. They're all very, very helpful, and their passion for the sector really rubs off on each student. So obviously in this course I learned a lot of skills: communication skills, creativity skills, like more knowledge about young children, patience. There's loads of stuff I could rhyme off, but this course really gives you a big passion for the sector and really, really wants you to make a difference in each young child's life that you meet. It also teaches you how to be a reflective practitioner, which means, so once, say you had an interaction with a child, you kind of step back and think after it, what could I have done differently, what went right, what went wrong, what's my action plan to make that even better the next time. So you're constantly looking on your own work and constantly making yourself better. And I think that's one thing that I loved. I thought was the best thing I could learn, because you kind of sometimes you think, not that you know it all, but once you learn so much you think, oh, that's it, like that's all my learning done. But no, your learning is never done. You always have time to reflect and to better yourself for the children. The practical experience at DKIT is phenomenal, especially in this course. We had 4 work placements. So in first year we had about, I think it was 7 week block in an early years service, so a creche Montessori, and we got the experience to work with children from 6 months up to 6, which is very unique. It's not all services would take such young babies, so we got a full round experience there. Then in second year we had a special needs placement, so some of us were in an autistic unit, some were in severe and profound units, and we had to do weekly activities, observations, so you learned so much in those blocks. Then in third year we had a specialised placement, so you could kind of choose which area you'd like to go. So you could go back to a creche, you could go back to your special needs placements, or you could go to something totally different, like go to the county childcare committees, try get into TUSLA. Like there's so much, Bernardo's. Some people went out foreign as well, you have that option too. So there's the third year is great because you could really get to focus in on what your interests are. And then in fourth year then we had the parent toddler group, which we had to plan from start to finish, which is a great experience. It's something that it's really unique to CKIT, I think, that not a lot of people that I've heard that done courses in other colleges have actually got to do this. And It's tough. There's a lot of planning in it. You have to plan all from the policies and procedures to the transport of the children and their parents, and then you have to actually carry out the parent-child group with the children with different activities and plans and teams, and you have to talk to the parents, and there's so much in it, but it's an amazing experience. The children with different activities and plans and teams, and you have to talk to the parents, and there's so much in it, but it's an amazing experience, and it really does help you so much to put into practice everything you've learned over the 4 years. I felt DKT was a very welcoming environment. One thing that stood out to me that was different from school is that there wasn't like cliques as there was in school. I felt like college environment is much more accepting and welcoming of every single person, and then of course the student union do a lot of activities for Rag Week, Freshers Week, Halloween, Christmas, Mental Health Week. They have so many different teams on like every 1 month, I think, and a lot of stuff on campus and off campus, and it just gives you the opportunity to kind of mix with people that aren't in your own class. The challenges that I faced in DKIT was probably keeping up with assignments was definitely one of the hardest things. It kind of takes practice. So in third year was a very busy year, and I struggled a bit to keep up. You kind of feel like you're drowning in work because the due dates are just coming at you. But what I did was just talk to the lecturers with the stuff I was struggling with. Maybe that's why some of the assignments I couldn't get done as quick, because I was stuck. And they are so brilliant. Like, they really just have their door open for all the students at any time to come in for a chat, and they really, really are great to help you out. Like, you don't feel like you're struggling after walking through the door. It's great. I feel DKIT helped me prepare for the workplace, probably through all the lectures obviously and the modules, but especially the work placement really helps you gain a different kind of confidence in yourself and the work that you're doing. Like, you learn how to plan activities for such young children up to 6, and put them into practice and see them working right in front of you instead of just writing it all down in an assignment. There was also a module we took on interactions, and we actually got the chance to go out to creches and like practice our interactions, take a video, bring it back to the lecture, and then she would kind of go through it with us, and we kind of see what we did wrong, what we did right, what we could do differently, and each week you kind of built on it. But I don't think, like, until I did that module I didn't realise how important it was to like have these like little tips when you're interacting with such young children. Like for example, you have to like get down to child's level, make eye contact, like, so that they know you're listening. But that's stuff that like I would never have even thought of until I've done that module. So that really, really helped me in my work today. If I was speaking to someone who would like to do this course, or who was thinking of doing this course, I would say go for it. I would say if you have an interest in children at all, this course will definitely enhance that. It gives you a different kind of passion for children that you didn't even know that you could have. That's what I think anyway. Like the every module that you learn has such a different meaning behind it, and all of it together just makes you love children even more. The group of lecturers who teach this course have such a passion for the sector, and it just really rubs off on the students, and you can feel how much they love teaching it, and it makes you love learning. So definitely, if you have any passion for children at all, any interest in it, I would say go for it. If I was to give any hints and tips to anyone doing this course, I would say if the lecturer tells you to do a bit of reading after class, just do it. It's much easier to just read the 2 pages than in 4th year to have to go back and try and read everything, especially for your research. So definitely keep up with your reading, even if it's only a page a night. Just do a wee bit, and it really will pay off in 4th year. Try to stay on top of your assignments. Try to do a little bit every week, even if it's only 100 words. Just get a little bit on top of yourself, because they do come in pretty fast, and you do feel like you're drowning if you haven't stayed on top of it. I would also say that during 1st year, if something that you're learning really sparks an interest in you and you're like, I'd love to know more about that, just write it down and keep it somewhere for 4th year. Because in 4th year you do a research project, and a lot of us struggled like on what topic we wanted, because there's so many, it's so hard to pick exactly what you want to find out. But in 1st year or 2nd year, if something sticks out to you, just write it down so that you'll remember it in 4th year, and maybe then that'll kind of be a good starting point for your research. But yeah, lastly, go to class and listen and just, I think you're better off going to class than having to reread the notes online, because it's just not the same. You just don't get the same as you would in the classroom with everyone else. So